Hola, bonjour, hello, and for any Australians in the audience, g'day. I'm Anthony Tait, the Global Professional Development Director in the Americas office, and I'm here to welcome you today and to give you quite a lot of information. Before I start, though, I'd really want to urge you to have a really good look at the exhibition hall. I don't know how many of you have spent a considerable amount of time there, but if you're anything like myself, when I started teaching IB over 2 decades ago, I would think I was handed an old Xerox copy of the course guide, which happened to be out of date. And there was absolutely no resources, particularly for IB back then. And also no professional development, or very limited. I think there was probably one group of workshops held once a year in the region. And I taught the IB for about 4 years, like many of my staff, before we even got to go to a workshop. So take a look, particularly at all the publications and the various universities and the resources there. Part of our schools division is to provide services to schools, and you'll see many of our divisions there represented, and also from other departments in the IB. For example, IB Answers, Regional Development, the Diploma Online, Research, IBAN, and we're always looking for heads of schools and administrators, particularly with our emphasis on leadership. Regional PD, please go up to the booth if you've got scheduling questions or wanting to know where workshops are located. Global Professional Development, which I represent, come along and have a look at all the new workshops we've got on offer and give us any ideas what you want for new particular services in that area. Also, IB Publications, IB Store, where you'll see lots of great new resources for all the programs and more coming out in additional languages. For example, there's over 260 workshops now available in the face-to-face delivery mode. Many of these are new Category 3. We've got over 120 online workshops. Just 2 years ago, there was no PYP workshops. Now we've got a whole suite of Category 1, 2, 3. Launching in October, we have 19 new online workshops in Spanish and French. All of our new products and services we develop based on your feedback from our quality assurance evaluation of our workshops. So if you haven't seen any, the first thing we developed in response to your needs was please show us what IB practice looks like in the classroom. So Google, it's the easiest way to find it, Google opening classroom doors and you'll find 30 free videos to use with your staff, schools. Along with that is 200 really rich resources, written resources of planners, exemplars of student work to go with that. Also, later this year or early next year, we'll be launching the Online Journal of Teaching Practice, a really exciting action-based research online journal of really good classroom practice. So that's something to look out for. And really, really excited to announce in October, we're launching, in response to your feedback, a series of webinars, which are short, affordable, accessible, and things like scientific method in the PYP classroom, international mindedness through children's literature, developing inclusion in all our students, academic honesty, and this one I just love, I think we'll have to put it on many times, dealing with the challenging behaviours of our colleagues. So we'll look to see how popular that one is. Okay, it's now for the rather long string of notes, so please bear with me. It's come to our attention that some people had difficulty locating meeting rooms in the hotel next door. There are 3 rooms being used, the Jupiter, the Star and the Saturn room. They're all upstairs above the lobby, so if you walk across there and catch the escalator up to that floor. In each breakout block, there is a fully translated session in the Jupiter ballroom. The sessions offered by Apple are in the Saturn room, which seems to be particularly well hidden. So in response to that, we're going to have IB staff around, which will show you how to get there. As we mentioned yesterday, many of the sessions are in Spanish. In your program, sessions marked with E are those where the presenters will be delivering the content in Spanish. Please ask any IB staff person if you need clarification. Speaking of Spanish language content, we mentioned yesterday that there is a new companion guide to the theory of knowledge now available in Spanish, courtesy of our friends at Azobitico, the Association of IB World Schools in Costa Rica. There's more good news on this front. The IB organisation has published its first 2 commercial titles in Spanish, both in support of the monografia or the extended essay, So please go along to the exhibit hall and check that out. Also on your seats, you'll see some of the new online products, and as I mentioned, new ones in Spanish and French. For those of you involved in the middle years program, we would like to announce an important additional session at 1 p.m. tomorrow, just after the formal conclusion of the conference. We'll have an open forum on the MYP Next Chapter, staffed by senior staff from the regional office and from MYP Curriculum and Assessment. Please bring along your questions and concerns to Star Ballroom 2. Our general speaker today, Tony Wagner, will be signing copies of his two most recent books, The Global Achievement Gap and Creating Innovators. The book sale and signing will take place in the foyer outside the ballroom immediately after this session. A reminder about lunch. It is included in your registration fee, and it's an ideal time to network, and this takes place once again today at 12:30. We get the lunch out very quickly, so you will have time to go to the exhibition hall and network as well. Tomorrow, we ask that you check out of your hotel room before coming to the general session. Please leave your luggage outside your room, and the bell staff will pick it up and put it in secure storage in the exhibit hall on the first floor of this building. However, if you prefer, you can bring your own luggage to the lobby. But for some of you, like myself, it's a fair hike. Just one final change in a session which was an introduction to IB fundraising. It has been replaced now by partnerships in pursuit of the IB mission. Okay, together you will examine how the IB evaluates and creates philanthropic opportunities and when and why we partner with particular organisations. And also it will be on the impact and the future of this type of collaboration in increasing access to all IB education. Finally, the closing celebration tonight, 7 p.m. Make sure you don't miss it, at the Moonlight Terrace. And as the name suggests, it's a very nice setting right down by the beach. So 7 p.m. tonight, the Moonlight Terrace. Okay, on to the more exciting stuff. It's with great pleasure that I'd like to introduce the Director General of the IB, Jeff Beard, to present the Inspirational Award.